It invites both risks and rewards. Walk by faith and not by sight. Trust that there is no blueprint to what you've been called to do. Fatherly advice. I must start by saying, children, read your Bible. It's funny that whenever I need advice or I'm dealing with a situation where I need guidance, I would just open my Bible and flip to a passage that is right on target with what I need at that time. My mother would always tell me to read the Bible every day. She would say the intentional action of reading your Bible will strengthen your faith. My faith in God has been the cornerstone of the person that I am. It is through God that I'm even able to write these words. As a young child, my mother and father kept my sisters and me at church. From Sunday morning service, children's church, Wednesday Bible study, church revival, which was all week. Sometimes it would last 2 to 3 weeks or the entire month. Even up to vacation Bible school during the summer. If there was an event at church, we were there. We were at church. My parents believed that whatever they couldn't teach us, we could learn at church. Church, in a sense, became a second home. Between home and church, our spirituality was consistently fed and cultivated. A love for the Bible was reinforced with each and every service we attended. I learned that through faith, you can be healed, you can persevere, you can find wisdom, and ward off negativity. Event after event, hardship after hardship, success after success, my faith has been a tool used for me to rely on as I continue my spiritual walk. Through faith, I've been healed. Through faith, I have persevered. Through faith, I have succeeded. And even with my failures, through faith, I have overcome. My faith has given me strength to face a storm head on and push through, creating in me testimony after testimony after testimony. One testimony that always makes me reflect on my faith is when the Lord held my hand as I walked the path of grieving when your grandfather passed away. My dad was 64 and he was having health issues. His high blood pressure and high levels of bad cholesterol indicated the presence of blockages in his heart and in his arteries. When I truly learned and understood his issues, I was 36. I was in the process of switching jobs and moving from Houston, Texas to Atlanta, Georgia. One night when I was out of town traveling for a job interview, I was in bed, fast asleep, and received a call from my sister. When I answered, I will never forget the tone of my sister's voice. "Daddy fell!" My heart dropped as fear came over me because I knew my dad was taking blood thinners, and a fall of any kind could be fatal. But the biggest fear was the unknown, because I was not there to see or help my father. He was rushed to the hospital where we found out he had a brain bleed and was in a coma. I was ready to drop everything and get on the first flight to Baton Rouge. However, my mom told me not to rush. My dad was stable and I should clear my head, do my interview, and come home with a clear mind. I followed my mother's advice, but unfortunately, I did not get that job and I really didn't even care. All I could do was think about my dad. After about a week or so, my dad finally woke up. We were excited to see him awake, but quickly became saddened to learn that my dad was left paralyzed on the majority of the left side of his body. What was even more devastating was the fact that my dad never spoke again. He passed away a year later, mainly due to his digestive system shutting down. At that time, I was so hurt and felt so helpless. I didn't see or understand why my dad had to leave me. I know that sounds selfish, but that was my true, genuine feelings. In that moment, my faith was truly put to the test, and in the most unexpected way.